नौनिहालानि जमात मुझे कुछ कहना है पर है ये शर्त की जाए मेरा पैगाम
Youth are an integral section of any community. In fact, they can be referred to as the backbone of the society. The youthful age is very important in the life of every Muslim. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was reported to have said, "Make judicious use of your youthful age before old age comes to you." The youthful section of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat is known as Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, which literally means Association of Servants of Ahmadiyya, the true Islam.
Majlis Khuddam Ahmadiyya started under the blessed reign of the second Khalifa of Ahmadiyya, Hazrat Mirza Bashir Mahmud Ahmad Radiallahu Anhu, who instituted the Majlis Khuddam in 1938.
And from there, Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya started growing, and it has now spread to all the nooks and crannies of the world. And if you now look at the history of the Jamaat in virtually every country of the world, you will discover that those who actually planted the seed and watered those seeds in all lands and clime had been youth, particularly young men.
And the Nigerian chapter was established in 1972.
If you go into the history of religions, you will discover that those who actually championed the progress of every major religious group have always been youth. According to Hazrat Muslim Ma'ud, Radiallahu Anhu, the members of the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya are those from the age of 15 to 40. And these are the productive years of an average human being.
Since its establishment in Nigeria in 1972, the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya Nigeria has established a culture of service to humanity, a tradition which is consistent with the Ahmadiyya philosophy, love for all, hatred for none, by carrying out projects and programs that benefit the various communities where it is established. Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya Nigeria has a long-standing reputation of giving charity and bringing succor to people affected with disasters. This work ranges from assisting people through fundraising to organizing charity events.
In terms of disaster, we also do some intervention. I could remember very well the one that happened around Akpata when they had some flood issue. We made some intervention, we evacuate people and we also support them with some relief materials. These have been the activities of the Majlis all along from the beginning up to this very time.
Some of the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya Nigeria projects and programs include community development services, free medical services, blood donations, human capacity building workshops, and many more.
Free medical services by Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya was born out of the fact that Islam teaches kindness and that Muslims must give back to the community positively.
You can never see a dull Khadim. Why? Because at your Mukami level, you're active. At your Dilia level, you're active. At your Ilakoda as a state level, you're active in meetings, in your various activities, Wakari Amal, your sporting events, your intellectuals. So when they mix with the society, you will always notice that an average Khadim stands out.
Before, while I was at FAL, I see them doing it. I also joined them as a member of the Majlis, also in the annual workshop. And when I also became officer at my local level, I do attend national workshop, and at national workshop, what we do is to look at germane issues in the environment at every year, to talk to our members, to stimulate them into working more and contributing to the Majlis more.
The organization also actively takes part in sporting activities like football, table tennis, and taekwondo.
Dear viewers across the world, you're welcome to Nigeria. This is 2016 of the Ahmadi Youth All-African Games, showing solidarity among African youths.
The Ahmadi Youth All-African Games 2016 event witnessed participants from 8 African countries and the United Kingdom, as well as supports from several agencies.
Partners in the program include Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports, Nigeria, National Sports Commission, Muslim Television Ahmadiyya, Humanity First, Majlis Khuddam Ahmadiyya USA, Stanbic IBTC Bank, Nigeria Immigration Service, and Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria.
Dear viewers, you are welcome back to the main bowl of Otuba Dipo Adino Stadium here in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, Nigeria, where we are having the All-African Youth Ahmadi Game, AYAG 2016.
Though so many of us were skeptical because it was a new idea, it was a novel idea, it was a new thing. Nobody knew it would work. And it actually revived. In fact, it created a new spirit.
When you are under the Khilafah, there is no way you can go wrong. We had a discussion in the MOOC where the proposal was brought up that we should have a West African program. And so it was discussed at the Shura of Majlis Khuddam, I think in 2013 or 2014. Then we sent it to His Holiness for approval. And when he was approving, it was very, very funny. He just wrote and said he would desire us to expand it to Africa. And that was it. That was it. And that's what we call obedience. And I want to attribute the success of AYAG to obedience to the Khilafah.
Majlis Khuddam Al-Ahmadiyya Nigeria also organizes a large cycling event annually. This event invites people from across major cities in Nigeria to cycle to promote love, peace, and brotherhood.
There are a lot of channels of doing tabligh, there are a lot of channels of preaching, there are a lot of channels of getting message down to young people. Our target audience is young people, and we have to look at what are the channels of getting the message of Islam to them, and that's why we came about riding bicycle to communicate the message of peace. And since we have started, the turnout has been very positive, and the impact has also been positive. And you know, wherever there is sport activities, young people, they try to come around. Even those people that we don't invite, they do join us that, that your program, I like it. We are introducing sport into evangelism, we are introducing sport into dissemination of message of peace. And during the process, we share pamphlets, we share leaflets that carry the message of Islam.
To contribute to curbing crimes in the society, the Majlis Khuddam Al-Ahmadiyya Nigeria has embarked on nationwide campaigns against various forms of crimes among the students of secondary and post-secondary schools.
Stop the Crime campaign is also a project that was conceived about 3 years ago when we were planning for the mega celebration of Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Nigeria, the 100 years celebration of Ahmadiyya Muslim community. That was AYAG, Ahmadi Youth All-African Games. And our interest was that if you are talking about crime rates in the country, it centers around young people, because youth restfulness, youth unemployment, in terms of social crimes, it is the young people that power all the aspects of social unrest.
Our purpose here this morning is to address you on the theme, Stop the Crime. It is part of a general initiative which we have called Stop the Crime campaign, and you are one of our target audiences. We have particularly chosen secondary school students for the purpose that you are young, and we find you to be in your formative years. If we can enlighten our youth, then we can be sure we have a great future.
The annual National Convention is the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya Nigeria's flagship event of the year, when thousands congregate for a 3-day convention.
Annual Ijtima is, I consider it as one of the hallmark of the activities of members of Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya. It comes once in a year, and during such events, it provides opportunity for us to come together, to learn from one another, and activities slated for such include both physical activity, physical exercise, sporting events, and also educational events.
During this annual convention, members of the Majlis embark on a peace walk around the streets of the community where the Ijtima is held and distribute handbills about the peaceful teachings of Islam to passers-by.
The main purpose of it is to ensure moral and spiritual upbringing of young male youth, particularly in the Islamic and with Ahmadiyya tenets.
The event also features a symposium where several dignitaries are invited, and a lecture on the theme of the event is delivered by a scholar of the Jamaat. The youth wing has also been very active in Waqar-e Amal. Waqar-e Amal means dignity of labor. Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya members across the country spend several hours in serving the community through Waqar-e Amal activities by clearing garbage in the community and filling potholes on the road.
Waqar-e Amal is an important aspect of Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat program, and it is called dignity of labor. We want our members, apart from contributing money to do, we also want them to also selflessly serve with their own physical body, because it is even required as Muslims that we should not spend our money towards the cause of Islam alone. We also spend our life and our physical body. So Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat has put that one in place to also help members contribute physically.
If there is any job to be done, if there's a blockage, maybe drainage, we go there and use our energy to ensure we remove all the debris and all the dirty things to make the water flow. Anything that can make the society better, that is what we engage in.
Very early in the morning, we first go to the community to offer a community service. Usually, we identify a dirty place in the community that needs help. We go out to offer free services to clean a public place for the community to use. Such places usually are not in any way related to Jamaat al-Ahmadiyya. We just want to do it for people and for the sake of Islam.
The various activities of the Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya in Nigeria have affected the lives of its members positively and have helped to strengthen the relationship and love for Khilafat.
The reality is that our acceptance of the Prophet Muhammad Islam is meaningless if we do not strive to fulfill the purpose for which he was sent by Allah the Almighty. And what were the purposes for his advent? What were his objectives? Simply put, it was for his followers to bring about pure and righteous changes within themselves. by fulfilling the rights of Allah the Almighty and of His creation.
May Allah continue to strengthen the worldwide Ahmadiyya community under the guidance of His Holiness, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad. May Allah be his helper, and may He grant its membership the true spirit of dedication and sacrifice. Ameen.
Khuddam Ahmadiyyat, Khuddam Ahmadiyyat, Khuddam Ahmadiyyat, Khuddam Ahmadiyyat, Khuddam Ahmadiyyat.